Welcome to Howard Brown Barber and Beauty Institute, and we are live. Okay, I'm your instructor, Charles Howard. Now, at Howard Brown Barber and Beauty Institute, we thrive on education. And today, I am excited to introduce the instructor for today, Patience, from Creative Beauty Academy. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank
Patience.
you,
What I
thank
want
you.
you to do for us is just to give us a little background about yourself and tell us
Perfect.
about, how you got started in the business.
Okay. So my nickname is Patience, but my name is Paciencia.
Ooh, that's
So Paciencia da Costa. So if you're looking for me on social media, you will find me as Faces by Paciencia. And that's a Paciencia, if you want to
mm,
write it down. So thank you so much for having me. Woo, Howard Brown. It's such
awesome.
a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you for
And,
being
I'm just excited because I get to share a passion of mine, which is the makeup side of the industry that I really feel the professional side is it's unknown. It's
here.
still an undiscovered world. You have your YouTube beauty enthusiasts and very well talented, but being a professional as a beauty makeup artist is just a totally different thing. So I'm
Wow.
really excited to share some tips and tricks
Wow.
and golden nuggets to
Yeah.
everybody.
Now, and just to interject, because I know that being a barber and a cosmetologist myself, I've never stepped out into makeup. And, when you are scrolling on Instagram, you'll see people, doing makeup and stuff, and they have thousands of views.
Yeah.
And I just think that it is absolutely amazing. And it's, something that I'm not familiar with. So I was like, well, why not? Let's find out about it because, especially with education, a lot of times people have problems with things that they don't know about. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
want to know. And then hopefully everybody else that's viewing today will also, get some education and know about it. So tell me this. Let me just ask you my first question that I have for you, which is how long have you been in the business and what state are you located in?
So I'm in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, specifically located in Manassas, Virginia, where is Creative Beauty Academies in Manassas, Virginia.
Mhm.
And I have been in the industry since 2003. And then I would say that's when I started to dabble.
Mm,
2006, I became serious and a licensed professional as an esthetician.
wow.
So I did get my start as a counter manager with Shiseido. So I'm very proud of that because that's how I learned a lot about skincare.
Really?
And that's what got me interested in becoming an esthetician. So I just loved it.
Okay, so well, you know what? And I tell people this, especially the people that sit in my chair, and that is that if I see any breakouts and stuff, if it's something that I can't handle, to go see an esthetician. Let me tell
That's
you.
it.
And I would say this that I used to be I used to work for our state board here, and the estheticians were always different.
Yes.
Barbers come in, then they kind of rough, and cosmetologists, they're a little prissy, but
Yeah.
the estheticians were like, ooh.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
like the posh, fancy side of the beauty world.
right. Exactly. I was like, ooh.
We
So,
can be bougie.
right, exactly. Well, you said it, not me. Okay. She said it. She said it. So tell me this. The patients, why did why makeup? Why, because the industry is just so many facets, so many different areas that you can get into. Why makeup?
So when I started getting into makeup, I was on the aesthetics world and I was in a transition where I was working for a salon that was going to sell itself to a franchise. So during that time, I was at a plateau. Do I go back into the corporate world or do I stick to the beauty industry? Because a lot of family members, though they support beauty professionals, they kind of see our work and our income as side hobbies, right?
Correct, correct,
Side money. They don't really
correct.
see it as serious income. So I was at a plateau because I had done freelance work, which is always inconsistent. So I made the decision to go and get educated. So I became a master makeup artist, and that opened my mind to the world of beauty. So I will tell you this, my very first experience, my very first makeup job, I volunteered for a university in our area as a makeup artist for their theater professionals. They were doing a play. When
Wow.
I got there, I realized that it was a play by Debbie Allen.
Oh my
Yes, and so
God.
I got a
Wow.
chance to use all the skills I had just learned, and I was actually so good that they asked me to come back so many times. So I didn't just do one bride or one makeup set. I did like 60, 70 people for shows. So my time and my skills got fast and precise quickly. Because you imagine like they've got to be on stage, right? So we're
Right.
changing scenes, I'm changing makeup. So I just basically threw myself into the industry.
Good God. 60 people. I mean, I can't even, and again, like I said, so I'm a barber and, I can see maybe doing 60 people a week, you know what I mean? But I can't
Yeah.
see doing 60 people in one day. When you
Yes.
are when you are doing something like that, well, let's just talk about theater, for example. When you're doing theater, is it, because everything just looks already laid out. You guys have to have a little, like, do you have to have a meeting saying, okay, well, look, I want her eyeshadow blue on this side, red on that side, or.
Yes. So like there was a gentleman in this particular play was called Mr. Red. He was 23 years old and I had to change him to an old man between scenes and make him back young again.
Oh,
But then there are things that you don't think about, like the lights. If you give him wrinkles on his forehead, will the people at the very top, all the way in the back, be able to see the wrinkles?
oh my
So these
Lord.
are things that I had to immediately begin implementing, and I learned so much. So
Wow.
it was the best experience, and I did children, I did adults. I was there for sometimes 12 hours because we had to be there pre-rehearsal and then for the actual live show. And then we had to go through with changing them for each scene. So it was just the best experience. But I also got an idea to figure out what type of makeup artist I was. That's when I kind of figured out I'm going into TV.
So when you're talking about that, you're talking about wrinkles and all that. So I'm thinking that you're just going in and just making them, I guess, what I see in department stores, pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're just doing. I'm thinking you're just doing some eyebrows, putting on some eyelash, doing
Yeah.
some lipstick, doing a little blush, whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. But that's not what you were doing.
No, I was transforming. I was doing transformative makeup.
Oh my
As a matter of fact, when the guy's mom saw him, she cried, and you can see his picture on my Instagram too. She said, "You look so much like your dad," and she just broke out into tears because she saw
God.
her young son look like an old man. So that was really touching.
That is awesome. Look, I didn't know all this was going on in makeup. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So I just, okay, so I got some questions. So I wrote some questions out and I said, you know what? I'm just going to ask all of the questions since she's here. You are the expert. You are the instructor for the day. So we are going to ask you all the questions. And then if anybody else
Fine.
has any questions, I'll take a look and then I'll see if anybody else got any questions for you. But as far
Fantastic.
as, let me see, if someone wants, this is one of my questions. If someone wants to be a makeup artist, what steps could they take?
Well, you definitely want to get certified. You may think that it is a waste of time to get trained in certification or that you think you could learn from YouTube University.
Mhm,
But
correct.
there are things that you can't be taught. For example, I just had a cosmetologist in my class. She knows hair very well, but when it came to makeup, she was only familiar with her skin tone, her skin type.
Ooh,
I had to explain oily skin, what type of prep that needs. Combination skin, there's dry skin. What can you do for the mother of the bride? You have to think about color correction. These are things that you don't discuss when you're just doing makeup for yourself.
oh my
So
Lord, have mercy. Look, it's a lot. Look, it's a lot going
it
on
is a
behind the
lot.
scenes. Oh
And
my.
you have to think about culturally too. So we have a very diverse culture in our area, and there are cultures that prefer to be lighter. But I'm not talking like just a little bit of highlight. I'm talking shades lighter.
Oh
So
wow.
they got to experience that as well. So we expose them literally to culture, to concept, and to different types of brides because they're definitely diverse. Covering a tattoo for a bride.
Oh
People
my.
don't think about that. Some brides don't want to show their tattoos. So you have to understand and know how to cover a tattoo. We also teach that in our class.
But aren't the brides wearing white? So isn't that makeup gonna get on a white dress?
If you know which kind of makeup to put on, it will not transfer
Really? Oh my.
at all.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. But you know
Yeah.
what? Now, and I have to be honest that I have seen online. I'm like, now I thought that they had a tattoo. But then and I thought that it was just basically a correction in the photo. You know what I mean? How you
Uh,
can edit these photos and maybe make a tattoo disappear, but it could be makeup.
Yes, like I have, I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but I have a niece who just got accepted to be a flight attendant. So congratulations, sweetheart.
Ugh.
And she has a tattoo on her wrist and she cannot have any visible tattoos. So who'd she call? She called me and was like, Auntie,
Oh,
I need to know what kind of makeup I can use that won't rub off on my uniform, that will stay on a whole flight in case she goes on an international trip that's like 9, 10 hours long. And I told her exactly what to do.
serious? Wow. I can't. Oh, guys, you know what? Something and I have, and you may have seen it as well. People with tattoos on their face and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, I guess you could just use makeup and cover it up, and you'd never
you
know.
can. You'll never know.
So then so like if somebody has like a breakout with acne, for example, sometimes like myself, I'll break out with like some shaving bumps, basically.
Mhm.
If that's the case, I could probably use some makeup, you think, to cover it, maybe to
Yes.
kind
So
of
to do
make it
that,
look smooth.
absolutely, and for men, it's very particular because less is more always with makeup for men. So I would use a color corrector first to change the actual color that's going to be appearing in the eyes of people with a
Oh,
color corrector that would fit your skin tone, and then I would cover it with a little bit of foundation or even a concealer, and then set it with powder.
are you serious? But look, since you're talking about it, how do you feel about men with makeup? I mean, like, because I think that it's a lot of men out there, regular men, like, me, for example, and they're wearing makeup. And, because
Yes.
like sometimes you'll see people, and I'm like, ooh, his skin really looks good. He really did that. He's really got a good skincare regime, but he could be wearing makeup.
I'm gonna blow your mind because remember the first job I ever had, I was a manager for Shiseido. That is an Asian company,
Mhm.
and almost all of the men do wear makeup in Asian countries.
Are
So
you
I
serious?
was Yes.
Oh
I
my.
was immediately exposed to they do skincare amazing, they do makeup, they are not shy about it, they
Oh,
contour their face, they highlight it. So to be honest with you, in my career, my industry, all these years, I would say out of the 18 years, maybe 97, 98% of my customers were men.
are you serious?
Yeah, because if you think about it, where I am, I'm gonna be dealing with actors, we're gonna be dealing with commercials, music videos, politicians. They don't want to have the makeup seen on television, but they want their skin to look nice. Now, let me give you something that when I first started getting into television, I started doing makeup for politicians. Um, I was told that Ronald Reagan, when he was going against Nixon, that because he had makeup on, he just looked nicer to the public. And because he had been an actor on television, he would make his face up. So he was more attractive. People just liked him more.
Are
For
you
many,
serious? Because of
yes.
makeup.
Makeup made him look more humble, more nice, more kind. So I would say almost every man you see on television, maybe only one doesn't have makeup.
Well,
But
now
he will
I see it.
eventually. He
Yeah,
will eventually once he realizes how great he looks.
really. Because
Yeah.
because I think that one of the things, especially on TV, is the shine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 the shine. And a lot of times people don't want that. Being, in these lights and stuff, they do get a little warm. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
So major issues that I would say we cover mostly with men are out of out of position eyebrows, bald heads, taking the shine down there. And
Mhm.
then also a lot of older men have a redness in their waterline. So we have to bring that back to looking natural so they don't come off tired or having bloodshot eyes on the camera.
Oh my black Mexican Jesus. Ah, what? Look, I might be moving to Virginia.
Yeah,
Ah, look, people be like, Charles, you always look wide awake. Okay.
come on. I'll get you on TV tomorrow.
Okay, I look wide awake, girl. I was sleepy as hell. Okay, but you
I
make
mean, you gotta think about it, like, these people are coming from long trips, they're doing campaigns, or if
true.
they're working on a music video, it could be a 19, 20-hour music video. I've done 3-day music video shoots. So we gotta keep their eyes looking alive, alert. We gotta it's called like a continuation. So
Mhm.
whatever scene you ended on day 1, you have to make them look exactly like they did when you start on day 2.
Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing, amazing. And this has got to be, this is an all day thing then, which means
it
that
can be.
I mean, if you're hired, you know what? Because so like for example, let's talk about because you had mentioned earlier about brides. If brides are getting their makeup done, like for example, if I was getting married at 1 a.m., if I was a bride and I was getting married at 1 p.m.,
Mhm.
what would you have to do to have me ready to walk down when that door opens at 1?
Let me tell you, so the bridal kit is very special. We brides don't eat on their day, on their special day. So
What?
your kit has to include things like little mints to keep them alert because they're gonna have hunger pains. It's gotta include like little things like pretzel snacks because they just don't eat on the wedding day. They're just too nervous. Fans because they're gonna get irregular temperatures going. So prepping the skin and using the right skincare, the right setting sprays, the right powders is key because
Amazing.
you've got to do their makeup around 10 a.m. and then you've got to do all the bridesmaids possibly and the mother of the bride and the groom if he's having a breakout. And then you got to be prepared to change her look for the reception.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Wait a minute. So you just at this wedding, you got to come already dressed then, because you
You
are.
have to come ready. You are a ninja, a spy. You are their
on-
right-hand man.
You know what? And I will say that with me being a barber, sometimes I've attended a wedding or two of a client, and there I'm always watching the hair, even though I look like, hey, oh, pass me another piece of that cake,
Yeah.
But I'm also watching his hair while he's out there dancing and doing what he's got to. I'll never forget an event. And he was out there, he was sweating and stuff. And I was like, okay, so he needs more holding spray because that hair started falling down. I was like, oh, yeah, let's get that hose spray.
Exactly. We're looking also from that perspective because we're thinking they're gonna have shots in about 5 minutes. We gotta make sure their shine is done. Their lip liner came off while they were eating. They need they need to make sure that they have their hair fixed back again. They're sweating. We have to blot that out. And so you have to have them looking great so that you don't give them a build-up look, so they don't look cakey.
Amazing. So I can
Mhm.
only imagine then, like for example, Beyonce just had this big old tour, for example, and with her on that, her makeup always looked good. That means that when
Yeah.
she went behind the scenes and stuff, those people was patting like mad, cooling that
Yeah.
skin off, huh? Oh
Yes.
my Lord.
But to be honest with you, if you do a good job, your upkeep or what we call maintenance in the makeup world, very minimal. It's literally just blot, blot, dust, and they're back on set. If the prep is right.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Tell me about. I know that we had talked about once that you do something called special effects makeup. Now,
Yeah.
here I am again. I'm a barber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do hair. I don't do makeup. And I didn't know that there's so many facets to this, which means that even like for example, in barbering, we can just cut hair if we want. or we can do hair and hair color. You know what I mean? We can do hair and whatever else. But there's also other facets and stuff with makeup as well. And I guess special effects makeup is
Special
one
effects
of those facets.
is very broad because special effects is I consider special effects because I do two different types of special effects. So the first category that I would mention is like your fantasy, your Halloween. This is when you get to create the avatar, which you'll see me dressed as the avatar. I showed you myself live the other day. I was kind of transitioning into the avatar. And then also, like the Grinch or a puppet. And then you have the more serious side, which is like your zombies, your Freddy Kruegers. That is still a level of special effects.
Really? So, ooh.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So
The
like, so
horror.
so if I was dressing up, and I think I dressed up one time as a zombie, for example, and it was about to make me throw up because we was trying to attach something that made me look like I had been cut or something like
Oh,
that. And I'm like, "Ooh, I look like that."
yeah, I'm definitely not. I don't have a weak stomach at all. I can
Really?
handle very not at all.
But you could do all of that. So if I said to you, "Hey, patient, look, girl, I want to look like I got stabbed," you could make
I
me.
can make you look like you got stabbed, and I can make the blood shoot out from your neck.
Oh
Yeah.
my Lord, have mercy! Really?
Yes. Yes, I can do a live cut and make the blood shoot out.
Really? Oh my God,
Yes.
that's nasty. But oh my.
Yeah, well, that level
Let
is
me
a
tell
little
you
bit
this. Where do
different.
you learn that at? Like,
Well,
are you going to school for that?
so I ended up meeting some amazing people on my journey, my makeup journey, and I had a wonderful mentor that had worked in television, and I was able to get television training under them. So I can do everything from a bald cap to being on a film set. As a matter of fact, 15 years of my career has been on television,
Wow.
so I can do anything that you need. If you hired me to do beauty, I could do that. If you needed me to take care of makeup for men, I got you. If you need special effects, which is like the fantasy side, I have you. If you need realistic makeup, I can also do that. Um, so it's very broad.
Wow. Because I think
Yes.
that even in our conversation, you have mentioned that there is a makeup for people in the medical industry. So
Yes.
testing or something.
So it's wonderful because makeup is not just for the beauty world. You can also use makeup to save lives, and it's very dear to me. So I'll explain to you how I know you can use makeup to save lives. So in the military and in the medical industry, some doctors or some kind of certifications, they use makeup artists like us to recreate injuries and scenes. For example, our local fire department hires makeup artists to create shock, lacerations, active shooter situations so that they can practice working on an ambulance. So, a part of their graduation ceremony as EMTs is to look at the makeup, analyze it, and that's how they graduate.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
And then the other side is working with the military. Their medical personnel uses our makeup so that they know what to do on the battlefield in real life.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
they are just amazing. And
It's
so,
it's pretty intense. I mean, you're creating splattered body parts, you're making blood, you are doing realistic injuries, cuts, bruises, decapitations, lots of stuff. So it can get very serious, but at the end of the day, you're saving lives.
so then here's a question. So then are you able to, like we deal with mannequins and stuff. There's mannequin
Yeah.
hands, mannequin heads, faces, and all that other stuff. You could take something like that and make it look like it's a decapitated something
Yeah.
there.
Also, I can make them as well. I can make the arm
Oh,
myself. So I can sculpt, I can form, I can pour the silicone myself, create the mixture, and then do it. So I can buy it and make it look realistic, or I can actually make it.
really?
Yes.
So here's my next question. What is that made of?
Sometimes
What do
it's
you?
made out of silicone, and you use sculpting clay to kind of form it. set it overnight. We used a couple of different things. There's different kinds of latex that you use, and if there's latex allergies, then you'll use certain type of vinyls that can recreate these lacerations.
You
3D
know,
printing machines.
because like if you were making an arm and a hand or whatever, I all I can see is like a cast per se, you know, just
You make a
making a
cast.
mold of
The whole
somebody's
Michael Jackson Thriller thing is real. You'll see
really.
the plaster all over, and we pour the cast on it, we put it down, it has to dry, and then you pour the solution in. Yep, it's the whole Michael Jackson Thriller
Oh
is
my
it exactly. But we
What?
have a course where you can learn that as well at our school.
Are you serious? What?
Yes.
Okay, well, how many days is that course? Like, is it
That is a 8 to 9 month course because what we
really?
do, yes, we train you for television. With California uh, going the direction it's going, the TV industry has moved out in certain aspects out of that region. So it's opened the doors for makeup artists in Texas, Florida, New York, DC area to get more jobs. Like NCIS is right here. There's jobs right here for commercials and TV shows. It's 20 minutes from here.
Like,
So they're
wait a minute.
looking.
Yeah, I'm in Texas. I got to go. Hold
Yeah,
on. I'll
well,
be
no,
back.
Texas is blowing up now because all the
Really?
people from California is moving to Texas. So Texas is slowly becoming the new Hollywood. But for you to work on a TV set, you have to know certain types of training. You have to understand the contracts.
Mm.
It's a totally different terminology. So we train with that, and that's definitely not a short course. That's an 8 to 9 month course. But if you want to work in television, you would get movie credits with us as well. So if you don't have experience, you don't have to beg people for it. You will leave the school with International Movie Database credits.
Are you serious?
I am.
Wow. Just amazing. Look, I'm scratching my head. I can't for real. I mean,
Yeah.
it has again, just from what I see on Instagram or on Facebook or on TikTok and stuff, all I see is, and maybe you can help me out with this. Like,
Yeah.
I see people on there, and especially I've seen some women, for example, and they are, and it's no other way to say it, they are butt ass ugly. However, and then the music plays, and then the hands come over, and then they turn around,
Yeah.
and they are absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
And
Yeah.
first, I have to pray for their men, Lord,
Yeah.
because that woman didn't have no teeth on that first frame. Now she
Makeup
got
really
teeth.
means magic. It really
Oh,
means magic. So
oh my God. But that's something that makeup could do then. That's
makeup can definitely do it, but there's even more sides. So me as a master makeup artist, I can completely transform your face. I can fill your cheeks, change your nose, change your eye shape. I can do all of those things. I can make you look like a completely different person. I can give you a
if,
prosthetic forehead.
if I wanted to look
Yeah,
Asian, you could do that. If I wanted to
I
look
can
like I was Chinese, okay.
I turn you
You know, I
into a
tell
white chick.
but I got not the white chicks. Wait, because I'm telling you, I tell people that I'm half Indian and half Chinese.
So I
Okay,
can make
from
you
India. I'm from India.
I'll
And
make you
and
Bollywood in
from
2 seconds.
and from China, girl, but I need you to make me look like it. Okay, come on.
I can change you. I can actually transform your face and make you look Asian. I
Are
can change your skin
you
tone. I can do anything with makeup. So if you understand how to use makeup, you can literally let somebody think they're meeting someone who they're not even meeting.
are you serious?
I'm
That's
talking like CIA type level stuff.
oh my lord. But you know what? But if I was to you know, because I know that you do makeup on a daily basis. If I
Yeah.
was to let's just say that you were, you know, to make me look like I was Chinese, would they be able to come up on me and be like, oh, you know what, that Chinese man got on some makeup, you know? Would they be able to
Not with
tell?
prosthetics. They're
Okay.
so realistic today that just with a little bit additions here or there, we can make it look very natural, like
Mhm.
realistic.
Amazing. I
Yeah.
cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Well, then tell me this. um, then is there Okay, so we're just gonna go on ahead and get into it because
Okay.
I know in the deep dive, everybody wants to know, and as I do too. And you can kind of explain it to me, the little small to the maximum. But is there a lot of money in makeup? You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of time. But is it a lot of money? Would I be a millionaire if I did makeup?
Absolutely. I honestly, at the end of every class, I tell them, I don't create makeup artists, I make millionaires.
Are you serious?
100% facts. Because listen, even if you are just a bridal makeup artist, there's no such thing as just a bridal makeup artist.
Oh,
Everyone has a talent for a niche. Everyone has a specialty that they can master. You just have to find out which part of it you are. There's makeup is a hobby if your mindset is a hobby. If your mindset is right, you cannot be in this industry and still be poor. It's impossible. It's
amazing.
a billion-dollar industry and there's room for all of us.
Amazing. Because I tell people that the hair industry is $1 trillion industry, and you're saying makeup is $1 billion industry.
Billion.
There's a stack of cash out there. Right? It doesn't
Cash
even
flow.
matter. And you know, there's
Cash
a guy. There's a guy that I follow, and I showed some of my students this. I follow him on Instagram, and he does hair, and you know, he'll do highlights in these women, make them look real good. But you see him with a brush, patting on their faces and stuff, because he does makeup too. And it's like, what? And then before you know it, again, when the woman spins around, she's already got that
That's
hair
it.
color. She done changed her
Transform.
clothes, all that stuff, and she looks great and sexy.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Excuse me. So you can actually be a cosmetologist. So if you are a cosmetologist,
Hmm.
you have a completely separate dynamic. So I was an esthetician, right?
Hmm.
So I had to take a separate class to learn hairstyling. But because I'm not a licensed cosmetologist, I can't cut, can't dye, I can't
Hmm.
manipulate the hair in a way that causes a permanent change, right? I
Right.
can only curl, crimp, flat iron. You
Wow.
can do it all. So if you are a licensed cosmetologist and then you join makeup, skies are the limit. If
Wow.
you are an esthetician or just a makeup artist, then you need to take a hairstyling course or consider cosmetology.
Really
Yeah.
amazing. Because the more licensing that you have, then it opens that door a lot further.
Well, let's say you're on set and they're telling you, hey, we decided to throw in this scene and we need a vampire. And they give you this wonky clown looking wig. You, as a cosmetologist, can look there and grab your shears and, like, I bring it down here. You can frame it to their face.
Oh, really?
You'd be able to frame it to their face and then you turn them into a vampire.
Really?
Me, I have to form it on a mannequin because I can't do it on the person
Mhm.
and then apply it to them. So
Mm.
our experience would be different, but still effective. You
Amazing. So then,
need to take my makeup class.
that's right. Exactly. I agree. I agree.
Yes,
Look,
you
look,
need to take my makeup class.
you won't
What are
recognize.
you doing?
Look, you look, my nose will be slimmer and everything. You be like, Charles, Charles, or is
You're gonna be like, who's that Spanish guy?
that? Yeah, I'll have it,
Definitely.
my eyes be slanted. You'll be like, wait a minute, hold on, who's that
They're
Asian?
gonna be calling you Mr. Lee Jones.
You'll be like, wait a minute, who's that guy?
So
Okay.
funny.
But so then tell me this: if we were to take a look at, you know, let's just say some bridal makeup. Let's just say that just bride, and she had like um, four bridesmaids. Like, how much do you charge her for her makeup, and then the other additionals?
So in our area, like I was saying, there's a variety of cultures.
Hmm.
So excuse me, let me something was in the air. So if it is an American wedding, right, you just have the ceremony and you have the reception. That can run anywhere from 300 to a $750 day.
750.
Yeah.
Oh
It
my.
depends on how many hours they need you for.
Hmm.
If it is a Indian wedding, where it's a 7-day ceremony, or some Asian ceremonies that are 4 days or more, sometimes up to 14, then you're in the thousands already.
Good God. And you know what?
Yeah.
Now, I have some Indian clients. And let me tell
Mm.
you, oh, I
They
already
pay very well.
look, 'cause it's 3 days. You know what I mean?
It's
They got
yeah.
an event on Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we're gonna close it out. I'm like, good God.
And
And
you
they
gotta
don't,
think about like quinceañeras, there's proms, there's
oh,
homecoming,
the little
there
baby,
is
the little babies need some
yeah,
makeup.
absolutely. There's Halloween as well. That's
Mhm.
another part of makeup that people don't think about. But yeah, get that on your schedule. Make some extra money before the Christmas holiday.
Amazing, amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. I can't. So you know what? So do you find like with kids, I guess they're okay. So you have adults that get makeup, and then you have these kids, and kids are in pageants and stuff. You know,
Yes.
I've seen that stuff on TV. If that's the case, are they getting adult makeup, or is it just like, oh, just a little touch here, a little touch?
I'm very glad you asked me this because my niece was a pageant winner.
Are
The
you?
very same niece. Yeah, so she was the pageant winner, Miss Hampton, Virginia. Yay.
Oh
She
wow!
also was Miss Cherry Blossom or something like that. She's won tons of crowns.
And now she on the airplane,
So
right? This is the girl that's on the airplane.
this is her.
Okay. Oh
She
my
was a she was
mercy!
a
You
pageant
don't know who they playing.
participant. Yes.
I mean, oh,
So
she.
with their makeup has to last a long time, but also too, they had what I would consider a minimal level of special effects makeup because sometimes she had to do like Broadway performances. So her makeup had to be a little bit dramatic, and then it has to be a little bit more simple and um, classy for the swimwear portion,
Mm-hmm.
and then a little bit more glam for the runway walk. So they have about 3 or 4 different types of makeup that has to be performed during their contests.
So then, patients, how are you then? Because I'm just like, when you see people doing this makeup, they're doing this. You know
Yes.
what I mean? This is taking all day. It's taking me all
Yes.
day to have my face. You know what I mean? It's taking all day. This ain't something that you could just like take a rag and wash your face and then now I got to make.
No, no. This is
How are you doing
makeup
this?
that you're
How are you
keeping.
doing this so fast?
Well, I can give you a very good example. I had to do a music video that was in a warehouse with no air conditioning, and it was a lot of different scenes. So what I did was I looked at all the scenes we had, and I went with the outfits, and I looked at what the stylist had put together, and I went from the lighter outfits to the darkest, and we recorded those scenes first. So if I need to build color and cover over those shadows, I could easily do it before the next scene. So I had to look at all the different scenes, all the outfits, and decide with the director which one we could knock out the way first.
Oh, amazing,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It's
It's a
just
different world.
it look, it sounds like it. It really
It
does.
is, but
It sounds like
it's so fun.
really.
It
Yeah.
is.
So like okay, in hair, we have the clients who, oh, you know what, my girl like this. Oh, my man liked my hair, this and the other. So you have those types of compliments in makeup. What type of compliments are you receiving? You know,
Wow, I look so rested. Probably
mm,
the number one comment.
so rested.
Rested,
Oh,
like
rested.
rested, that they had a good night's sleep because adults, we work and it's exhausting being adult.
Really? Yeah.
So
Is it
they
exciting?
get on a long flight, they sit in your chair, you got to rejuvenate their skin. They may not have any skincare regimen at all. So you're plumping their skin, cleaning it, exfoliate it for the first time. Then you apply makeup on, and they're like, wow, like I actually look like I've had a good meal and a great night's sleep.
Amazing.
That's probably the best compliment ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. One more time for the audience in the back. Wow. Wow. You know what? I mean, I'm telling you, I never knew that, makeup would have this type of effect. And I'm sure that, with makeup, you're changing lives, you're making people feel good. Just the same thing that we're
Absolutely.
doing with hair. It's the
I
same thing
like,
we're doing with hair.
listen, the training that I have had, you need knowledge, you need experience on the set to get it. I was on a TV set and the director was going off, the producer, they were just running around like cats. And I was like, what's going on? The person that came that was supposed to be the TV host showed up and had cleavage exposed. So it like really showed on camera. It was a political commercial, so they
Mm,
couldn't have it. They brought no extra clothes, and then they wore an all white shirt. So there was cleavage, and then the white shirt was being blown out on the camera under the lights because they were dark skinned. So it was just horrible.
mm.
Had in my kit, which I kept with me for a long time, but never had to use it. These half clip tank tops. It's just like this. It's a half clip tank top. It clips around the bras and you just tuck it in, but it's like only this much material. So I clipped that on her, caused the contrast, stopped the blowout that was happening from the cleavage, but the shirt was still giving off too much light. It was wintertime, and even though you try to keep your scenes with what they call evergreen, don't make it look Christmassy or summer so that you can use it all year round, I just grabbed somebody's scarf that was on camera and was like, "Can I borrow this?" And I put it right around them. Boom.
Amazing.
So you as a makeup artist, you need to understand lighting. You need to understand how the cameras pick up on close shots on the skin. These are things that we teach in the class that you can't gain experience and knowledge like this unless somebody tells you.
Amazing. 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 Tell me this, with your school now, Creative Beauty Academy, you have like how many students coming in and out, maybe in a month or, in a year?
So we were open back in 2019. Of course, we got closed during the pandemic. And we just reopened. We used to be in Chantilly, Virginia. So if you're from here, you would know Chantilly. Now we're in Manassas, and we teach different things. So we don't just teach beginner classes, we teach advanced classes. So our
Wow.
students kind of, if I give you a snapshot, this is how they look. Somebody who's a cosmetologist, makeup, taking our makeup course. But we split our courses. So there's just a bridal course, and then there's a master course that includes fantasy. So they don't have to take that portion. They can choose to. If they're a licensed esthetician that got became a licensed esthetician maybe 5 years ago, lash lifts and tints are new. So we can
Wow.
certify them just in lash lifts and tints, which is totally different from lash extensions.
Wow.
We're talking about like perming the lashes. We are bringing on we have a course just if you want to learn how to do locks, micro locks, sister locks, crochet braids. So we kind of are tending to the community that kind of gets left behind sometimes.
Correct. Correct.
So we're bringing in those classes, and then we also have classes that are just for the community. I have a class called Bring Your Own Makeup Edition. So
Bring your
BYOM.
own makeup. Something that I got at
Bring your own
Walmart.
makeup.
Something that
They
I got
bring
at
their makeup.
Walmart or Target.
Yes. So they come in, they have makeup, right? These are just regular moms, regular women. They have makeup. They don't know why it's not working for them. I'm not sure if they're using the right color. We let them lay out all their makeup and we go through it for a good 3 hours. We show them how to use it, what they're using. We give them facial techniques. We show them exactly how to contour so they get to use their makeup better for them. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. I think that it is, so much, to
Yeah.
learn in this beauty industry, period. And I think that one of the things is that, if it's your calling, you know what I mean? If it's your calling, then that's what you can do. And then you'll put all of yourself into it. and stuff. And my calling was hair, you know, but just learning about makeup and stuff. You know, if I had a mannequin, I'd be over here practicing and stuff I picked up at Walmart.
Give me your address. I'll send you one for Christmas.
Wait, look. Wait, here's my question. So, wait, so look, if you see how my fingers do this, don't y'all fingers be doing that? Don't y'all have them little pads and stuff where your fingers slide in there and then you sit up here patting on the
That's
face?
when you're doing your makeup yourself. That if
Oh,
you're a professional makeup artist, you do not use that kind of pad on clients.
oh, really? Oh, well, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
You're talking about
Come
the
on,
triangle one, the one that
look.
looks like a
That's
mini
why you're
chip.
the educator. Look, that's why you're the educator. You're educating me today.
Yes.
Okay. I just assumed
I don't
everybody.
even have those in my kit. I don't even have
Really?
them in my kit. Mm-mm.
Oh my.
Because I want them to have makeup so flawless that if the camera is right here on their client,
Hmm.
they're gonna see a canvas of beautiful skin and not heavy powdered makeup.
Wow. And so with the pad, it's heavy powdered, but
It can be, yes. You
with a
got to
brush.
think about, I'm giving them makeup techniques that will not give feedback from the camera doing a flash when all
Mm,
the lights are off during the reception.
mm.
So the makeup preparation is very different. What you see on YouTube is makeup for video, kind of like what we would consider print makeup,
That's what
but not,
that's
yeah.
I need that. 'Cause you know what? Because sometimes
Yeah.
if I'm shooting videos for a long period of time, I'll notice I'm like, oh, it's getting kind of shiny. Look, it's already getting kind of shiny. That means it's getting hot. Okay.
Yeah, well,
What do we
I'll
need to
just put
do?
you on to my secret sauce because I have a powder that's really good that will keep you for about 9 hours.
Oh, it only
Yes.
take 4 hours to shoot 10 videos. Oh,
Well, this one will keep you for about 10 hours. And I discovered it because ballerinas do a lot of dancing. And when I
Mhm.
was working in the theaters, I went on the hunt. I was like, where is the powder that can absorb all that oil so they can dance and look pretty? Because I was the whole time, especially with the ballerinas. But
Really
after I discovered that, that's been my secret sauce.
amazing, amazing, amazing. I just think again, it's amazing. I would have
Thank you.
never, ever would I have ever thought that it would be anything like this at all. Let me just double check and see if I have anything as far as any questions from anybody on here. Let me see. One of my look, and I know this is one of my old students. No, this is one of my current students. When I told you that I'm half Indian and half Chinese,
Yes,
he said you all he said you already look Chinese. He's
that's
gonna
funny.
get it on Monday. Okay.
Yes,
We're gonna have a talk on Monday.
that's so funny.
We're
So
having a talk
funny.
on Monday. That brother said you already look Chinese. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it. When I
it
walk
would be so easy to turn you into a Chinese or like a Korean oppa. It would be so easy.
oh my God, I can't believe it. I
Yes.
cannot believe it. Okay. So if we have any questions or anything, if anybody online, if you have any questions, feel free to post those and then we'll answer any questions that you may have. Other than that, we're still going to just talk. We got about 11 more minutes or so to
All
talk.
right.
So if I don't see any questions come up, I still got some because I
Yeah.
just, and again, you said that I can use a little powder or a little something right there.
Yeah, you could use some powder definitely to just keep the skin down. But let's talk it since you're a gentleman, let's talk about makeup for men because
Mm,
that is very, very it's important to me because I have worked so closely with men mostly. I
mm,
think that men tend to shy away from makeup even when they know they need it for television because they don't want to look girly. They
correct.
don't
That's
want to
the main
look
thing. I want to look like a man. Yes.
Yeah, they wanna look like a man, or they don't want you to just make them look, like, completely different, and when somebody sees them, they're like, "Who are you?"
Hmm.
So, makeup for men is by far my favorite type of makeup to do. Um, just little things like fixing their brows so that it can lay down, filling in spaces in their goatees. This happens a lot in television, by the way.
Really? So you don't use
A
enhancements
lot.
like how we do on our hairlines and stuff?
Yes, and not just that, if their hair is too gray, we have to dull it down with grays, like darker grays or blacks, so that the feedback on the camera could come back right. So
Are
just
you
little
serious? So the gray hair got makeup on it too?
yes, yes, we have
Look,
had
you
to
didn't
do
have to
that.
tell. Look, you telling me, and I see all this gray. Don't worry about it. Okay.
So what we would have done for you, because you would have had lights here, cameras, we would probably define your hairline with a dark shade.
Mm.
We would go all the way around your hairline so they could see that you are edged up.
What?
Yep.
I
Like, you
didn't.
know those fiber hairs?
Right,
We would
right,
go
right. We have hair
we
fibers.
would go very light though. We would still allow you to look gray, but we would use a light, soft charcoal black and just line up your hairline so that it wouldn't glare out on television.
Oh my
Yes,
God. That's what I'm
definitely.
talking about. They better watch out. They better watch out. They better watch out. Look, next time
You
you
would
see
be
me, look at me.
right. You'd be
I was
like,
like,
this
oh,
is
he edged up. You be like, ooh, he did
so
it.
funny. I'll be like,
Because right
honestly,
now,
if you tried it, you would look so different on camera right now.
are you serious? How
You
different
would your
would I
side profile would be like, oh, he got a nice fade because the definition would be there.
look?
They would, yeah. So
Really?
try it on your next slide.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it. That
Yes.
would be. Wait, dude,
That's that.
look, you gonna have me up in
Yes,
here,
that.
girl. I gotta get to sleep tonight, but I'll be up here. Look, practicing it. Okay, now wait a minute. Now hold on.
Exactly.
Look, and then
You're
I'll
gonna
be
be
sending
like
you.
this.
I'll be sending you photos talking about, girl, how this look.
I if you try it, you're gonna be like, I cannot believe, and it's just the very edge. But that's something that a makeup artist that's trained for television would automatically do. You wouldn't even know it.
Really? Wow.
They just be right there in your hairline.
Amazing. So if I just sat down in a chair to get some makeup done and then bam, I
We
would be
take care of the rest.
I'd be like, holy cow. But then
Yeah.
what if I want to look like that every day? You know what I mean? That then I'll be like, oh no, I gotta do this every day. You know.
Or
I
or they can come see you as a cosmetologist and get it permanently done with your cosmetology skills.
well, now I do have that. Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. I do know some things now.
Exactly. That's where we'll partner. I'll be like, "Hey, I know this guy."
Come on now. You know that guy.
Exactly.
That guy's that's me. I'm that guy.
Exactly. So we could partner. That's where we would partner because I would definitely do something permanent or temporary, and you could do something more permanent for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But these are things that, we think about with men. Also, calming down the redness that some men may have,
mhm.
using color correctors to counteract that, certain things to just calm down the activeness of the blood vessels. Because once they get under the lights, they start to become more flush. So you have to calm it down in the makeup before they hit on television, before they hit the television set, because they would get hot under their suit. All of a sudden they start turning more and more and more red. So you have to do that corrective makeup before anticipating what will happen.
Amazing. I can't believe that. It's a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot to it when it comes to behind the scenes. So, like
Yes.
what you were saying, when you are, um, out here, putting makeup on, you are, planning and, talking with
Thinking.
different people and looking at different colors,
And
all
if
the
you're
other stuff. So,
speaking, right? If you're a performer, what happens if it starts raining? Exactly. Like if they are a man and if it's raining, how can you prep their skin so that they don't start
oh,
dripping makeup all over their clothes?
wait, you know what? Okay, so now somebody asked, what is the craziest thing you encountered on set?
Ooh, couple of things. But
Oh,
I'll tell you two.
she gonna tell us.
I'll tell you two. The first thing that I encountered that was crazy is we had a live show. The Debbie Allen show was coming, and we had the top people that was in the university coming. and the head ballerina did not shave her armpits. Totally forgot. So we got this and we got afro right there. So
Oh,
I had to take my dermaplane, my eyebrow razor, and that is what I had to use to shave her armpit. So ever since then, if I am traveling, I keep a razor in my kit. So I had to use the brow shaper to shave her armpits.
oh my God. On a woman? Oh,
Okay.
really?
Then the
That,
next thing that happened,
she didn't see that.
yes, I have seen it. Somebody came on set and they actually had a prosthetic ear. It was a prosthetic ear.
Oh, wow.
So I had to do makeup that would blend into this prosthetic ear. But also because they were one of the head actors, we had a live scene that was a close-up shot. And I had to make that look so natural that when it was actually an 8K red camera. If you guys work in TV, you know that those take up every detail down to the freckle. They
Amazing.
got up on that ear, and let me tell you, no one knew that that was a prosthetic ear.
Are
It
you?
looks so real.
Oh my Lord. Let me first thank God. Thank you, Jesus. That was weird. Somebody asked, what if the client has bad or sensitive skin?
Oh, okay. So this has happened to me before as well. So I had a very good product. Everybody knows Mario Badescu, his products. You can buy them at Sephora, you can buy them at Ulta. I had a very nice light gel activated cream for all skin tones for him. Put it on this man's face and he started turning red. Rashes started breaking on his face. He started reacting. I mean, it looked like he just had rosacea. I immediately wiped it off and I keep aloe vera in my kit.
Oh,
And I took the aloe vera gel and applied it, and within 5 minutes, his skin was calm, and I was able to continue with my makeup.
come on, aloe vera. Aloe
Aloe
vera.
vera,
Aloe
keep
vera.
it in your kit. It is your
Wow.
friend because you
I
don't know what people will react to. So the fastest thing to stop a reaction from continuing is aloe vera.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Aloe
good
vera. You know,
question.
I just saw a lady chop the aloe vera plant and put it in her hair. She put
Yes,
some
I
in
do
her
that as
hair.
well. I do
Really?
that as well. Yes.
Oh my Lord, have
Yeah.
mercy. And you can put the aloe vera on the skin and calm down the rash. Did you all know that? You can put aloe vera on the skin and it will stop the rash.
Yes.
Somebody said you
Like
have somebody said you have everything in your kit. It sure sounds like it. Okay. Look, if you
I
need a
do.
snack, she got something for
I
you.
got it.
You having a rash,
Absolutely. I
she
got
got
nail
that.
clippers, I got a nail file, I have bobby pins, I
Oh
have a lash curler, I have a portable curling wand for their hair. I got it all.
wow. Oh my God. Yeah, look, and now I bet you keeping blades and clippers in there too, just in case for the arms.
Always. I keep razors, always. I
Really?
keep a whole pack. Yep. I
Oh my.
got tampons in there. I'm prepared.
So then tell me this, because I know that we're getting ready to close here pretty quick, but are you like when you at your school, then do you give them a kit? Like when they
Yes.
they get
I
a they
mean,
get
there's certain things that they have to build over time just because it would be an astronomical kit price, and
hmm
then they wouldn't be able to pay for their education. But I give them a real kit. So the makeup that I give them, you cannot find in the stores. I give them a makeup palette. Actually, I'd like to show it to you. Could you bring me the Graphobian kit? I'll show it to you guys. And one of the reasons why I include this into the kit is anybody who's looking into makeup, one bottle of foundation is like $40 to $60. That can get expensive. So
one
I
model.
use
Holy cow!
I use a
Holy
makeup that is
cow!
right up there with Kryolan, with Ben Eye, same quality. But this makeup can be a contour, a foundation, and a highlighter. So you just need one palette to do it all.
Amazing.
So this is the makeup that I use,
Mm.
and they come in all shades. They come in both neutral, warm tones, and cool. There you
Mm.
guys go. Share my secret sauce.
Graptobian.
Yes,
Grapto-
Graftobian has been around for a long time. They're
Really?
right up there with Ben I. They're right up there with Krylon. This is not makeup you're gonna find in the store. This is high grade pigmented. Each square here is about 88 to 90% pigmented. So as you put it on your palette, it melts. If you add toner to it, it can turn into a liquid, so it liquefies. So
Are
you
you
get both a
serious?
cream and a liquid out of it. You get a highlighter, you get color correction, you get contouring out of this one palette. So if you were to build a kit, you go to the store, $40 for this, $40 for this. This whole palette is like $80. And they
Oh,
get 10% when they join the school
wow.
discount.
Amazing. Uh,
Yeah. So
amazing. Somebody asked, do you work a lot with brown skin and how easy is it to match skin tones?
I work majority with Caucasian skin. Honestly, my majority of my clients are older Caucasian men.
Older
Um,
Caucasian men.
Yes, but it is very easy to match skin because it's all here in this palette. I trained them with 3 palettes, and these palettes have color correctors, highlighters, contour, and skin. And we mixed. One of the girls that was here, she had never done makeup before. I gave her the complete opposite skin tone model. We had to mix and make her contour. We mixed and made her foundation, and we mixed and made her color corrector. So I teach you not to be married to the product as it is. If it's a lipstick, see it as a blush. If it's a blush, see it as an eyeshadow. I don't want you to be stuck seeing the product as it is. Because as a person that works in special effects, I've turned gummy bears into live body parts. Okay.
What?
So I
No,
think
they are delicious. Ah, hold on a minute. You have put a delicious product on the people?
yes.
What?
If you throw that into some slime, make it look bloody, gummy bears can look like in parts. Slimy cut up zombie guts.
Really? Are you
Yes,
serious? What is going on with makeup? Oh my lord! Look, I might be changing my profession here pretty soon.
exactly. So
Okay.
we do creative makeup. We will not You will not graduate from our class looking at lipstick as a lipstick. It will become whatever you need it to be. You will see lipstick as color correctors, blush, highlighters, anything that you need.
Okay, so I have a
That's
question.
it.
So you would okay? So if lipstick, you could use lipstick on the cheeks. Is that what you're saying?
100%. And that's why I use their makeup because their makeup is a diverse all-in-one palette. You can use it for
You
everything.
serious? Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh wait a minute. Okay, so let me see. Somebody asked, out of all the products, what is your favorite?
Ooh, so I have a very new favorite,
Got it.
Juvia's
What is it called?
Juvia's Place.
Juvia's Place.
Yes. Can you bring those Juvia's Place palettes on the other table? Juvia's Place is my new favorite because it is made by, I believe she's Nigerian, and that one palette takes care of all the skin tones. You can have the palest client to the deepest Kenyan chocolate skin, and it would beautiful coverage, beautiful. All the skin tones. Let me pull
Amazing.
the
Amazing.
eyeshadow palette on the other table. If
Uh,
you use these eyeshadows, it will show up on all clientele. And that's the magic of makeup. That
wow.
is the magic of makeup.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing. If I can say it one more time, I'm gonna say it again.
amazing. Here we
Amazing.
go.
Look at that. Wow.
And these are stuff we put in their kit. We don't go cheap. When you
People
get your
like
kit,
in your class, in your school?
yes. Now
Oh,
listen, when I went to school, let me tell you just, I know we're about to close, but I want to tell you something that I felt I think it's kind of disservice in our industry, right? You pay thousands of dollars for your education, and at the end of the day, you can't even use the kit on yourself because it's not made for you. It's not made from anybody around you. It's mostly cheap makeup from China. If you're gonna pay money,
Girl, everything is cheaper in China.
if you
Everything is
pay,
cheaper in
true, that is true.
China.
If you pay money to come to our class, we give you a real kit that will last you 2 years. 2 years as a working business person,
Amazing.
not just a makeup artist. We want you to go home and you talk to your family about investing in this, and they see that you come home with something you can actually use in your business. It's already hard enough to pull money out of family. They already see the beauty industry as a side hobby. So we make sure that you have something you can genuinely use. We do not go cheap on kits at all.
Amazing. That is awesome. That is awesome because even my because if I was attending your class, for everybody would have makeup on. My mother doesn't wear makeup, but she would be beat. And the dog, and the dog. If I see a little sweat on the nose, hold on a minute, let me grab my powder.
It's so funny because the first week of class, everybody does their husband. Everybody's husband gets an eyeshadow because they need somebody to practice on.
Right.
So we get
Exactly.
all these pictures of their husband like the very first week. It's so funny.
Exactly. Well, look, I want to thank you for being here. I really appreciate you a lot.
Thank you.
If you'd like more information on Creative Beauty Academy, please visit her on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Creative Beauty Academy. And if you'd like to be part of our community, please visit howardbrownonline.com, where we have resources for barbers and cosmetologists. And I want to thank you all for watching. And then we will see you next time. Class dismissed.